Titleist has just released its all new T series irons and its U505 utility, so I thought, why not come up to Gleneagles and take them out in the golf course, see what these things have to offer. So I'm just going to play a few holes around here on the PGA Centenary course, let you know how I get on, try and give you a good idea of the differences between these models, how they perform, and yeah, just let's put Titleist's new irons through their paces. Before we get started though, if you're new to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button below, give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. So got about 170 into the pin. Get started with the one that that worked best for me in my fitting, the T100S. It's a perfect number for me. Nice, easy 7-iron into that back right pin. Work your magic, T100S. Wee fade, on the money. Perfect. So I've left myself with 168 into the second. Perfect for 7-iron with the T100. So this very traditional lofts, and it's just going to allow me to play the kind of shot I see in my head. So here I'm seeing a wee sort of trap draw into that pin. I can punch it, I can take just a wee bit off it. That's what this club really allows you to do. The T100S does that as well. You know, they're forged, better players' irons. They're for precision and control. So I've described the shot. Now all I need to do is hit the thing. Perfect. If I do say so myself, trap draw, just punched it. And that's fairly stiff, I have to say. Just over 170 again into this par 4, pulled out the T200. And this is going to allow me to still have that kind of shot shape and control. It's going to feel nice and soft, but crucially, it's got a little bit more to it in terms of forgiveness and speed when compared with the T100. Speed wise with the T100S, it'll be roughly about the same. So tucked away pin, can only just make out over the bridge of that hill. And this is perfect for a wee fade with this T200. Through the turf, feels awesome. You know, it's still nice and crisp. It is going to be a little bit louder, just a hint clickier than the T100 models, but you need to remember, you know, there's a lot more technology in here. This is going to deliver some more forgiveness, but by no means does it feel bad. It still feels awesome because we've got max impact technology. We have that new polymer section at the back there, and that's what really gives this iron its players-like feel. So 190 to the pin on the 7th hole. This is perfect territory for the T300. Got the 7-iron here. These things, they're just so powerful. They pack such a powerful punch. If you need distance and forgiveness, it is the tool for you. But crucially, I think one of the big appeals of a Titleist game improvement iron is it still looks great. You know, in terms of game improvement irons, it's on the slender side. You really wouldn't think for something with this kind of top line, with this little offset, would deliver just so much performance. But you know, I don't even need to step on this thing. 197 iron, that's a long way, but with this club, no problem at all. Yeah, see, just gets there with absolute ease. Launches nice and high, and I can see it checking up on the green. That's the important thing, still controllable. Even though it's got so much technology, so much power, it's got the control, feels good because of max impact technology. If you're looking for a game improvement iron, this is one you're going to have to consider. So we've got 182 to the pin on the 6th hole here on the PGA Centenary course. Got each of the 7-irons, got the golf balls marked up, and this will just be a good test to show you the kind of differences that you're going to see in terms of flight and also distance. So first off, you know what, it's a wee bit of breeze, it's downhill. With the T100 traditionally lofted iron, I would expect to come up maybe 5-10 yards short. So, you know, if I'm going to get there, I would need to absolutely muller it. So I'm just going to hit it nice and normal. And if I hit the green, yeah, it should just be about 5-10 yards short. Pretty happy with that strike. Am I happy with the line? Yeah. And that's pretty much what I expected to see. So, a wee bit short of that pin. I've hit that as good as I possibly could, really. I mean, I don't strike an iron much better than that. So with the T100S, we've got 2 degrees stronger loft. Really, what I should now see is it being spot on the money. If I strike it the same, this should be spot on pin high. Just need to strike it well. That's the only tough thing. Now I've caught that not as well as I did the T100. You can see though it's retained its distance really well, so that was a poor strike, just a fraction heavy, but I'm still on the green. It's still giving me that nice penetrating flight that I like to see, cuts through the turf so well. And I think, you know, that's one thing about those T100S, because you've got a little bit stronger lofts, because you've got a bit of a lower CG, more weight lower down the head to help launch it higher. It will just be that touch more forgiving than the 100. So definitely helping out there. With the T200 now, again, this should be spot on the money if I strike it right. This should be bang on pin high. I just need to do my part of the job. T200 was spot on for distance as expected. I've pulled it though, it's pin high left. Managed to just hang on to the green, but its stopping power meant that it did stay on the putting surface. Now, T300, if I hit this full chuck with 7-iron, it's airmailing the back of the green. So I'm just going to take a little off it, grip down, and show you that even with this, you know, chunkier game improvement iron, it's still going to provide good control and, crucially, stopping power. All these irons will deliver the same kind of stopping power. You know, although the lofts are different, we've got different technologies, they will act as a 7-iron should, give you the stopping power you need. Now, where's that going to come down? There you go. I couldn't take enough off it. I just, you know, these things, they are just rocket launchers. I was been trying to, you know, dial back on a 7. I think really I probably needed the 9 of the T300 here. They are just that powerful. But, you know, I've just missed the green right, but it's stopped up nice and quickly. It's giving me the stopping power I need. So replacing the U510 from a couple of years ago is this, the U505. As you can see, just a big wide sole utility iron. And we actually don't have a sleeker U series like the U500. Instead, this, the T200 in a long iron with a graphite shaft, it's going to be the model you'll see tour players use and better players will gravitate towards. This is going to be their utility iron of choice. So U505, you know, multi-material construction. This thing is going to be the high launching bombing utility iron. If you want as much help, as much forgiveness, as much launch, as much speed as possible, you know, if you lean more towards a sort of game improvement style iron or a player's distance iron, this will probably be the one for you. Because when you step onto a tee like this, a couple of bunkers, roughs up, you just smash it and it should just go straight down the middle. That's the idea anyway. A bit like that, it just launches so high in the air, you know. So great off the tee, fairway found, I'm a long way down there, but importantly it still retains kind of versatility. So, you know, it's going to give you, you know, it's a good option out the rough, approaching par 5s and 2. It's going to give you the stopping power you need, you know, to try and set up an eagle chance, a birdie chance on long par 4s. For me though, the T200, sleeker appearance, more compact, it's the one for me. It just looks a lot sharper in my eye. It's, you know, it's pretty much a carbon copy in terms of the shaping when you look at the U500, which I've had in my bag for about 18 months. And this is just going to be that little bit more versatile. You can hit a little bit more shaped shots. You can, you know, vary the flight a wee bit more, hit that low stinger if you want. But again, it's a great utility iron. Jack of all trades. It's going to be able to do it all. So that's one in the fairway. Time for 2. Yeah, just love that flight. It's just that little bit flatter than the 505, but importantly, still, you know, neck and neck in terms of distance. This will be the one for me, just because it will allow me to hit more variable shots. You know, I can hit the stinger I want, I can hit something a wee bit more draw, a wee bit more fade, and just in terms of the shaping, it just suits my eye that little bit better. So hopefully this video is just giving you a good idea of what to expect from the new T-Series and new 505 utility irons. For me, it's what I expect from Titleist. It's quality, it's precision, it's great all-round performance. The looks are absolutely stunning. And when you look at Titleist's entire lineup, including the 620 MBs and CBs and the T400 irons, there really is something out there for all of you. Now, if you have any questions about the lineup, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and thank you very much for watching.